Have you always wanted to own your own business by becoming a licensed cosmetologist? If so, now is the time to enroll at Unlimited Cosmetology School, LLC, located at 102 Broad Street in Hattiesburg. That's right, learn how to become a professional cosmetologist by acquiring 1,500 clock hours in 12 or 16 months. Now is the time for open enrollment. If you're interested, contact Lisa Daniels by calling 601-336-7256 or 601-408-2650.
Well, good morning. I'm happy today. Are you happy? I have something to smile about. I have my mental faculties, I have my strength, I have my health. I'm blessed today. Are you blessed today? We're all blessed today. We're blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed. We thank God that we're blessed today. I've got to hurry on today because we have a lot on agenda for today. But if you have not called in with your pledge or with your partnership, please call us today. We need your help. We are in desperation for monetary help for this program. I'm not going to say to continue because it's going to continue, but in order for my burden to be lifted, I need your financial support. So the information is on the screen. You can call the number. You can send it to the address on the screen. You can send it through PayPal. Just help us out. A few weeks ago, we had the opportunity to do some on-the-road interviews, and we're starting a new project that's called Driven. It's called Driven. We're going to talk about that more, but one of the ladies that we interviewed was when we made a trip to Indianapolis, Indiana, and during that time I had the opportunity to interview a lady by the name of Ruby Ballard Harris, and she is a clothing designer. She's 75 years old. She has had several of her bones broken. In her ribs, her back ribs were broken. Her toes were broken. She's been in for surgery. She's just had all kinds of things going on in her body, but she just like the ever-ready battery. She just keep going and going and going. She mows her lawn. She goes out and help other people. She volunteers to go to the schools to help. She was an inspiration to me. I was driven by her story, and that's why I want to share it with you today. I think you are going to be driven to want to do more than what you're doing when you see what this 75-year-old lady is able to do. We're going to toss to that, and we'll be right back and close it out. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. I am so excited. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm sitting right here by a good friend of mine. She became a friend through my daughter and her family because she's the mother for them while they're away from home. So I've been talking with her. She has such a rich heritage. She has so many things that God has done for her. She has so many testimonials. She is a creative lady. She's a lady who believes that if you keep going, you'll make it. If you sit down, you won't make it. So we're going to talk about that today. But first, I want to introduce her to you. And she is Ruby Ballard Harris. As I said a minute ago, she's from Indianapolis, Indiana. Ruby, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, we came over to feast with you today, and then I wound up asking you some questions, and your life is so interesting. I asked you for an interview.
You sure did.
Yes.
Was not planned.
Okay. Well, those are the best kind, the impromptu kinds. Yes.
I hope so.
All right. Now, she is a clothing designer. She designs clothes. She makes purses. She makes all kinds of paraphernalia. She travels throughout the Midwest doing shows. So this is a very talented person I'm sitting next to. So Ruby, before we get started with the interview, I'd like to show them some of the pieces that you've done. Can we do that first?
You certainly can.
Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the first piece that you've done right here. I hope you can see this on camera. Now tell us about that. That's a jacket, right?
Yeah, I call it a walking coat because it's a little bit longer than a jacket and not quite as long as a coat. Mm-hmm. And it's easy for getting in and out of the car. And it's warm. It has a satin lining with a fleece inner lining, and it's warm but not heavy.
Okay, now you designed this.
I did.
And you did not use a pattern, right?
No. This is my design.
And this is an ethnic piece, isn't it?
Yes. The fabrics came from Nigeria.
Right. Well, if you'll pass me that one, I'm going to put that one over here. Okay. And let's look at the other one you have there. That's the one that I'd like to take back to Mississippi with me.
This one is, I usually, when I buy fabric, I end up with a couple of yards that I can't do anything with. So when I do, I usually put it into a poncho. So that's what this is a poncho, and then there's a
Now
shawl
this
for it.
under here, this lining, let's show that.
I'm good at everything I do. I either pipe or trim.
Okay.
That's really important to me. That's one of my signature styles,
Right.
because I think a finished garment looks really good when it's either piped or trimmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a poncho with the scarf to go with it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Very
And
good.
then
Let's look
this-
at another one of your pieces there.
Now this is one that I started with originally, and I used to wear these all the time to work, and people would ask me where did I get them, and of course I'd say I made them. So it ended up, once I started teaching at the art center, I started doing art shows, and so now I sell these all over the Midwest.
I bet you do. So
Yeah.
this is one of your first
Yeah,
ones.
that was one of the original ones.
Wow.
And then again, here's the piping and trimming with this one.
And I like the red piping and the red buttons.
Yeah.
Beautiful satin underneath.
And then here's another one. This one's wool. And this, I think, is one of the first ones I made too. Because I used to
Wow.
wear this one to work all the time.
That is beautiful.
And I had a little grandbaby that came to my house. And when I looked up, Journey was with me at a fabric store. I wish I had that jacket, the original one. But we were in a fabric store. She had gotten to the point where she was used to going with me to the fabric store. So her other grandmother used to bring her to me with this big bubbly coat on. And I said, Journey, we got to do better than this. So we ended up in the fabric store, and she chose some fleece that she liked. So I started a little company for her called Journey's Jackets.
Wow.
And for every jacket I sell, I give her $5 for
Oh,
her education.
how neat is that?
Yeah,
That
this one
is
is
neat.
one of them.
And I love it. That's one of the original
Yeah.
jackets that kids
Yeah.
used to wear years
Yes,
ago.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tailored.
This one is a piece. I have a girlfriend here her name is Mercy Obami, and she's from Nigeria. And when she goes home, she does a mission called Mercy Mission. So she asked me if I would go with her to Nigeria to teach the ladies how to finish their garments so that they were more marketable. So I go with her. And then when I came back, we brought about 12 or 14 pounds of fabric back.
Wow.
And
And that's one of the
And
pieces.
this is one of the pieces.
Well, I want you all to know that that's one of the pieces that I would like to take back home. And it didn't fit. I won't tell you why it didn't fit, but it didn't fit. We'll
We
talk
tried.
about that later. We tried. And this is a bag that you
Oh,
made,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's
That's for my
beautiful.
scraps.
That's great. That's great. Now, we're going to get back to you. As we were talking today, you were telling me about all of the different things that you've gone through, but you are still active. When you were a child, you had, was it polio?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure, but my doctor here said that I must have contacted her about age of 4. My mother said, she never told me what I had. I used to wear a corrective shoe, and I wondered why my shoes looked different from my sister's. But she never really told me about it. All I know is that I used to limp when I was growing up. And so as a result, I had what they now call post-polio syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a result of that, tell us some of the things that have happened to you. You've broken several parts, right?
Oh yeah, I've broken my ankle 3 times, a set of ribs once. I've had 3 hip replacements on the right side and 1 on the left, and that's because my bones are so brittle.
But you still can walk without a cane.
Yes, I'm determined that I'm not going to use the cane till I just can't do it anymore.
And you're still independent.
Very independent.
Tell us some of the things you're able to do.
I cut my own lawn. I drive myself to and from wherever. I still volunteer at the school my little grandbaby goes to.
You help Tiffany and Ken
Oh, yeah.
whenever they need help.
Yeah,
They need
there
help.
are about 5 young ladies here who kind of depend on me to help them out because the mothers are not here, so I guess I end up being the mother. So they all kind of migrate to me, and I have a family. They've become my family.
Wow. Now you also do volunteer work at the school, right?
I do. I go every Wednesday. Well, last year I went every Wednesday. I think this year I'll go every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm not sure yet.
Well, I just want to give a message to the people out there who've had things to happen to them and
Don't
they
give
feel
up.
like, I can't go anymore, it's too much. Talk to them.
I'm 75 years old. They gave me a big birthday party on June 27th. I just refuse to give up. If you give up, you're done. So this is between me and God.
Okay.
I will walk as long as I can.
And tell us what you go down in the basement and do all the time.
Oh yeah, I have my studio in the basement. That's where I do my sewing. When I go down, I stay maybe 2 hours. I won't go down unless I can stay that long.
Is that like therapy to you?
It is, very, very much,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I've been doing this ever since I was about, I want to say 4. My mother said I used to tell her how to sew the doll clothes. She wouldn't let me use the sewing machine because she was afraid I'd catch my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the Art Institute in Chicago, and one of my instructors asked me why was I there. And I explained to him, I'm a black woman, so I have to have a degree. You know, it's not easy. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up teaching at the Indianapolis Art Center for 22 years.
What is it that motivates you to keep going?
I don't know. It's just something that tells me if I stop, I'll sit down and won't be able to do it.
Have people told you need
that I need to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter said she was going to drive my keys to my car.
Mm-hmm. But she's not going to do
no,
that.
No, she's not going to do that.
Yeah,
no,
she's not going to do that.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, what is one thing that you've not done that you would like to do? Can you think of anything that you've not done? Like,
I'd like to go to Switzerland.
okay.
In fact, I travel as much as I can. We went to Europe about 2 years ago, and we went for 4 countries. And then the year before that, I went to 5. So I like traveling.
You like traveling?
I do.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could come to Mississippi and do one of these shows, these on-the-road shows?
Oh, I'd love to do.
Would you love to do
Sure,
that?
I would.
Wow. Well, you all saw the beautiful pieces that she has, and you know what the talent looks like when she does something. So if you wanted to come, we'll just make it happen.
I'll come with Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany, my daughter Tiffany and her husband Ken will have to bring you.
Yeah. They've been really. He's down now, but he's been such an he's a big teddy bear to me.
Yeah.
I just truly enjoy him.
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate so much what you do for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And believe it or not, I'm not jealous, but I could be.
No, when Tiffany was 6, she asked me if I would help her, and I did.
You were there.
Promise, you have to
were
do
there.
it. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
What is one of the scriptures that you like to read, Ruby, or that you stand on?
Probably the Psalms are my favorite ones.
Yes.
I really live by the idea if you help people, they will help you.
Yes.
And that's basically what I do.
And that's what she does, people. She helps people. She does not discriminate. If you need help, she is there for you. And that's what love is. Mm-hmm. Love does.
Yeah.
It doesn't just talk, it gets up and it does something.
And you make a promise, you have to stick to it.
You have to stick to that promise.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for being my guest
You're
today.
You're quite welcome.
You impressed me.
Thank you.
And you're giving hope for people on TV.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to say before we go off to the audience?
No. Just when you get to my age, be sure you've done most of the things you want to do in life.
And be active.
And be active, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
try to at least be healthy. Have your group of doctors who you know and believe in. All my doctors I can call anytime and they will come. I usually call them like by their first name because most of them are younger than me, so I think I could do that. Mm-hmm. I have a good general practitioner and a neurologist who helps me with the polio.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, when I first met you, I was very impressed because I saw something in you that I liked.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a good role model for a lot of people, especially these 5 young people, young ladies that you're mentoring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the mothers too. Like Journey's grandmother, I made a promise to her that I would help with Journey until she got old enough to be independent. So I think she's independent now. Because I don't feel like I used to.
Yes, when they grow up, they become independent, don't they? Yes. Well, thank you again for being my guest today.
You're quite welcome.
I pray many, many more years of success and happiness.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, like I tell the audience, when I close out every Sunday, you be blessed.
Thank you. I am.
Thank you.
Hannah is available for ministry and speaking engagements for conferences, revivals, and other church events. She is also available for graduation ceremonies and Black History Month events. Email hannahhopkins@aol.com or call 601-296-7693. You can also become a partner or sponsor of the show. Make your donation by logging on to hannahhopkins@aol.com or sending your donation to P.O. Box 17405, Hattiesburg, Mississippi 39404.
I hope you were blessed by that interview. Now we're going to toss to the next interview. We traveled to Dallas, Texas a few months ago. And as a matter of fact, it was in the month of June. We had the opportunity to do an exclusive interview with a television personality. She's an evangelist. She's a motivational speaker. She's 76 years old, and her name is Dr. Thelma Wells, better known as Dr. T. And she's going to give her testimony. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to be blessed. I want you to stay tuned, and we're going to let you watch that right now. I'm sitting right next to a lady that I've learned to love before I even knew who she was. I watched her on TV, and I said, one day I'm going to get a chance to meet her. And here we are sitting here together. And she is none other than Mama T. And what does Mama T stand for? Give us your name.
Well, actually, my name is Thelma Wells.
Yes.
But Mama T stands for a lady in my church that says, I don't want to call you Dr. Wells. I don't want to call you Thelma Wells. I don't want to call you this and that and the other. But I would like to call you Mama T.
All right.
And I said, okay, that's fine. I can be your mama anytime. Okay. And so she started calling me that. And then people wanted to call me that because I have television programs and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I went to her and asked her, do you mind if I give your nickname for me to other people? Do not do that, she said. Do not do that.
Because that was
That's
hers.
mine.
Yes.
And I said, why don't you just pray about it? Oh, okay. And the next Sunday that I went to church, I said, will you let other people use it? No, it's mine. I said, honey, you can't be selfish. Ain't nothing all of ours, okay?
Right.
And so finally she said, I guess so if you say it like that, but I don't like it at all.
Oh.
So for the last 25 years, I've been Mama T.
Now, years and years ago, I remember a Thelma Wells. But I saw you not too long ago, and I don't know what show it was on, and you were so inspirational. You said something at the beginning of the show, and you said something at the end.
It's probably TV and salsa.
Yes.
Because I'm talking about healing.
Right.
God has healed me of 8 deadly diseases.
Let's talk about it.
Hallelujah. Yes,
Praise
ma'am.
God.
Yes, ma'am. I had cancer twice. I had a stroke once. I had fibromyalgia. I have had a lot of diseases. But the one I want to talk to you about is the latest one that I had. And that was a heart attack. About a year and a half ago, I had a heart attack. On my way to a speaking engagement. I didn't tell anybody though. I knew that it was. I knew the pain. I knew the trauma of that. But I didn't tell anybody. My daughter was driving me. And when I got there, she said, Mama, would you like for me to do your class tonight? And I said, yeah, if you'd like to. She said, yeah, I'd like to, but I don't know why I'd like to, because I know you're not talking. And that's one way I know that you don't feel well. Okay. Yeah, thanks. But anyway, she did that. And then I went back to her home to stay until I did another presentation about 7 days after that. Then this presentation, God is so wonderful.
He's awesome.
It was called God Still Heals.
Wow.
God still heals.
Still heals.
I had not gone to the doctor. I had not gone anything. I had been wiping on my chest oils of the Bible. And I didn't know that Pomerosa was one of the herbs of the Bible for your circulation and all. But I had been praying and doing that. Went and did the program. And after I did the program, I thought, now Thelma, don't be silly. I'm talking to myself now.
Right,
Go to the
right.
doctor. Go to the doctor. I went to the doctor. In fact, I went through emergency to the doctor. I just walked in, and the doctor did the examinations and everything, and she said, Mrs. Wells, I don't know how you're standing here. You have had a massive heart attack.
A massive
heart attack. We have got to air fly you to the next major city, to the hospital. And I said, no, baby, I don't think you're going to do it. She said, oh, yes, yeah, because you can't make it. I said, no, sugar, I don't think you're going to do that today. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to my daughter's house. I'm going to do what I've been doing. I didn't tell her what I've been doing.
That's
okay?
right. That's
I do
right.
what I've been doing. And if I need to come back, I'll come back. I went to her house and I started praying again. I started thanking God.
Yes,
I started
yes.
thanking Him.
As if it,
I said, God, you know, you have given me too much to take it away.
Jesus.
And I'm not going to give it to you. Okay? So, I went back home to Dallas, and my doctor called me and said, because my sister, I don't mean to be my sister, honey. My daughter had called my doctor and said my mom was crazy. She's not, and my doctor said, yeah, I know. So
nothing new.
Nothing new. So she said, get her in here. Get her in here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Well, I did, and she did. And then she said, get her over to so-and-so hospital, whatever. I went over there and they did all the whatever you do, and they discovered, yes, I had a massive heart attack. So the doctor said, I need to do one more test on you, and this is 100%, no, he didn't say 100, he said 99.9% accurate, and they will tell me where your problems are in your heart. I said, okay. Then he said, I need to do the test tomorrow. I said, I'm not coming back here tomorrow. I've been here all day today with you. I'm not coming back. And he said, Mrs. Willis, don't play with this because you've had our day. I said, okay, sugar, but let me tell you something. I'm not coming back tomorrow because my husband is having dementia. I got to get him ready to do da-da-da. He said, when can you come back? I said, when's the next time you do the test? He said, I do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I said, I'll be back Thursday. To make this long story short, I went back Thursday, and he said, call me by 1 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll give you some results. But you need to go home and get in the bed. You are so tired. Because I was being windy, you know?
Right.
So I did. I went home, and I got in the bed and got things together because I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. And he called me, the doctor called me at 12:30 the next day, and he said, Miss Wells? I said, yes, doctor, whatever his name is. He said, I'm stunned.
God had moved.
I said, what are you stunned about, sugar? He said, I don't understand this, but you had a heart attack. I said, that's what you told me. He said, but we can't find a thing wrong with you now.
Wow.
That was overnight.
Are
hear
you
me?
serious?
God still heals. Yes,
Still
ma'am.
working miracles.
He's still working.
But you know what you did? You stood on the word of God,
Yeah.
and you refused to give in.
Let me tell you one other little necessary thing. I heard the Lord say when I was going to the hospital after the 5 days that I didn't go, He said, I am not through with you yet. I'm
Wow.
not through with you yet.
You shall not die, but what?
I
Live and do what? Declare the works of the Lord.
Yes. So, I haven't been back to him yet.
Wow.
And that was like 7 or 8 months ago.
Well, how are you
'Cause
feeling now?
I'm feeling really good. What's wrong with me now is that my husband passed about four weeks ago.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And I didn't realize that grief trauma was so real. We had been married for 56 years. The only boyfriend I ever had. We had really been together for 65 years. And it's a loss.
It's a lot. It's like part of you is gone.
It is. It is. That's what's right.
Well, we're going to be praying for you. You are such a blessing to so many people. If you're watching this program, we're at the summit here. This is a media summit, and we're in Dallas, Texas. And we are talking to her, and last night she was just showered by people coming to her because of what they're being able to draw from her, because of the anointing that's on your life. The anointing is what draws people to other people. And you have it, and I was determined, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get this interview. I'm not going to give in. I'm going to be relentless. She's going to give me an interview. And look at God.
Thank you.
Look at God.
Thank you.
Look at, now, she's been on Dr. Phil's show. You've been on CNN, is that right? And you've been on the morning show. So God has blessed you immensely when it comes to media, right?
Many television shows.
Yeah. So
and
what
I've
is...
written 41 books.
41 books. Can you give us the name of one of your books?
God is not through with me yet.
Okay, all right.
It's one of them.
Okay. And I think our time is running out, but I want you to know how very much I appreciate you taking time out of, when I say busy schedule, your busy schedule to give me this interview.
Thank you.
Can I have a hug?
Oh, honey, yes. I love hugs. I really do. And I'm getting back out in 2 weeks. Going back out into speaking. Going back, and let me tell you this. Now, don't y'all steal this.
Okay.
That's mine.
We won't.
Wait.
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, to the audience.
Okay. God told me about a year ago that I was an old olive tree in the house of the Lord.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
And a lady
thank
told
you,
me, not too many weeks ago, Mama Z, you're too old to talk with us for us to talk to our conference now. And I said, that's okay, baby. Everything has a season. I said, but anytime you want olive tree wisdom from Mama T, come get it. Because the Lord has given me wisdom.
And that's what people need. We don't need popularity. We don't need entertainment.
That's
we
right.
need wisdom.
From on high.
Absolutely.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely.
Wisdom from the Lord.
Absolutely.
And so Mama T is going to go back out in about 3 weeks, and I'm going to give people throughout the world, because I've traveled in many countries, olive tree wisdom. An olive tree can live to over 1,000 years.
Praise God.
Hallelujah.
And thank you so much. If you were watching us this morning, I know you were blessed. And until this time next week, I'm Hannah Hopkins with Lifting You Higher TV Ministers saying, you be blessed.
Hannah is available for ministry and speaking engagements for conferences, revivals, and other church events. She is also available for graduation ceremonies and Black History Month events. Email hannahhopkins@aol.com or call 601-296-7693.